Hey everyone, and welcome back to Chicken Cindy's. We're gonna work on the Specialized and see if I can get my brakes to stop doing this. I've never really paid attention to rotor brands and brake brands. Typically, I could just kind of get whatever and they jive pretty well together. This is the first time I've ever actually ran TRP brakes. Now, I love them so far, but I believe I have some Magura Rotors. Is that what's on here? Let me double check. Yep, some Magura Rotors. I can't talk. Got a 203 up front and a 180 in the rear. Now, I did originally go with TRP Rotors, but they actually have two different thicknesses, and the thickness I got was too thick for the style of brakes I had. So, if you are gonna buy TRPs, pay attention to that. So honestly, I kind of messed up there, and that was my fault, but we ended up snagging these bad boys. So, they're TRP branded. They look super, super nice. Again, 203, 180. So we're gonna keep the same size, and these are the correct thickness. But we're gonna slap these bad boys on, walk you through me doing it, and see if this actually makes a difference. So to start with this process, you need to take the wheels off. After you get the wheels off, you just take the old rotors off. It should be a T25. I'm not afraid to use a power drill to take it off. That's entirely up to you if you decide to use one or not, but user discretion advised. The next step is to put these bad boys on. And this is honestly where most people mess up. They hammer these down, and if you actually look up the specifications, these are only supposed to be on 2.5 to 3 Newton meters. So keep that in mind when you're putting these on. I will start with putting these on with the drill, but I will not drill them in with the drill because of that, and I will actually switch to a torque wrench. While you're doing this, also make sure you're tightening these bolts in a star pattern. So don't go in a straight circle around it. Make sure you're going from point to point. Now that we have the new rotors on these bad boys, let's throw them on the bike. We have ever so slightly, barely, a disc rub. But I'm okay with that, it'll wear itself down. Same with the rear, it's just barely. So after just a little bit of usage of the brakes, that'll go away. So now that we've got the disc rotors changed, let's take it outside and see if it still does that really weird wobble, bobble, 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 bobble noise. Yeah. All right. I really don't like braking with only one hand, but let's see what happens. Oh, that is smooth as butter now. It's gonna be a lot better to tell when I go on the trails. Well, I definitely 100% take blame for the squealing with the Magura disc brakes themselves. But like I mentioned, I never really had any issues using different rotors with different brakes. So I've always used Shimano brakes, it's just what I've used. I have some budget-friendly brakes on my Dolomite ALX, but I don't know, I just got rotors. I thought it'd be okay. Now, again, definitely my fault for doing that. I recommend staying with the same brands, but Maguras are pretty cheap, so I grabbed and wanted to try them. Maybe there's something with Magura, Berserker Nick. I don't know. That seems, you definitely had a lot worse of a time than I did with just the brake rotors, so sorry about your luck there, man. That sucks with those brakes. But just took it out for a little bit of a spin. Brakes are absolutely perfectly quiet. Now, hopefully they stay that way. We'll maybe have to do like an updated video later. I definitely want to get this out and do another video with this here soon because this thing is just a freaking beast. Setup mullet with the 160 up front and 150 rear. Gosh, it's a fun bike. It's a lot of bike for this area, but when I go to like downhill places and whatnot to ride in shuttles, it absolutely destroys and tears it up. So maybe I'll do a trip to Shepherd Mountain Bike here, Shepherd Bike Park here soon. I know Rich is wanting to go, so maybe me and him can go on a bro date. Maybe bring single track jack too. So, but decided to change these rotors. So far so good, seems promising. Let me know if you've ever had any issues with rotors and your brake pads, calipers just not meshing and just making some terrible noises. So I know there's different like composite materials and different types of brake pads, and some do just squeak and some don't, but I've always ridden, and the way I've always ridden, it's always just been quiet unless they get wet. So maybe I should do a little bit more research into that. So again, definitely my bad there, but just a fun little video of changing out some brake rotors on my Specialized. Again, I love this bike. I love you guys. Thank you so much, and take care, and until next time. See you guys.